buddies, Brock here, telling you to share, like, subscribe, and comment below, or else.
Brock, what are you doing? That's not even a real gun.
Oh yeah? Well, let me shoot you with it then. I bet it'll hurt.
Okay, alright. Settle down. Just put it away.
Okay.
Come on, let's just go check out some figures.
That sounds good. But you better let me play with them this time.
Alright, whatever you say. Let's just go. Hey there, YouTube viewers. Rectangular back again with another haul video. This time starting off with a couple of non-Legends. These are from the Marvel Universe, but these are pre-Legends figures. These are Brood figures made by Toy Biz. Later down the road, we would see the Brood Queen, and then Marvel Select made some Brood, I guess you would call them soldiers. I guess this is from the Uncanny X-Men series. So pretty self-explanatory. These were not very articulated figures. I think they only had about 5 points of articulation. There are still some old timers that have quite a few of those. But anyway, I do have the Marvel Select Brood and the Brood Queen, and I didn't feel like paying another $25 to get a basically a Scientist Scroll and a Brood Queen, because that's pretty much, they only come in a 2-pack. So I found this on eBay for pretty cheap. I think it was $8 shipped, and I got this one, and I got a loose one, which is in excellent condition. So I'm going to show you what this guy looks like out of the package. That is the figure out of the package. It's not a terrible figure. I mean, the Marvel Select Brood is not very articulated as well. The only mistake they really made, I guess pretty much all of those 90s pre-Legends figures have very glossy paint on them. So I'm just gonna, and they have this kind of odd tattoo on their head, but I'm just going to do a dry brush of some like gray and tan and maybe some black, and try to make it look a little bit more like the Marvel Select version. Let me pan down here and get a little closer look. So you can see how shiny it is in the lights. And one thing that's pretty cool, unlike the Marvel Select, is it has this opening jaw. It's actually it has a gimmick where you have a little button on the back, and you can make him attack. So I'll probably put some shading there in the teeth, and maybe do something with the eye. I don't know, and I'll cover up that metal hinge that's exposed. But it's not a terrible figure. This is in pretty good shape. This limb is loose, but otherwise, in a way, it's kind of better than the Select one. The Select one is very fragile plastic, but this thing is really solid. I mean, this was meant a lot more for kids, and it can take a beating. And this is rubber on the back here. So I like these. I've been hesitant to buy them for a while, but I'm pretty happy in these wings. Do move a little bit. They're hard plastic. I guess you can just put them in a couple different positions. That's about it. They're not that articulated. But yeah, the Marvel Select ones don't even have wings. So these are pretty cool. Alright. Now moving on to the next one. Okay, so next up we have the woodgrain version of the Takeya Ashura. If you've seen my previous videos, you'll see I did a review of the painted one, and I did mention that I was going to be getting the woodgrain one. I'd actually ordered this one first on a Cyber Monday sale on HobbyLink Japan, and it just took forever to get here. Right after I emailed them to ask them where it was, it showed up that same day, so I was really happy. Some notable differences between obviously the paint scheme or lack of paint scheme on this one is that you'll notice the spheres that he's holding are clear, and the ones that come with the painted version of the figure are like orange, or more of an amber color, and these are pretty much just translucent. Another notable difference is that I don't know if I just on my painted one if I got a open box, but I did not get this little flying V stand with my painted one, so I was happy to see this in there. I mean, I'll have to double check the box, but I did not see this stand, and it's pretty decent. I kind of wish that there would have been another peg just opposite, because there's only one peg. This peg is too big for his feet. I don't know exactly what that's used for. I don't know if this company, if Revoltech has some sort of connect capabilities with other stands, or what's going on with that. Obviously he does come with a box to put his spare hands in, and he does come with a woodgrain stand, just like the painted one, but this one's a little bit more matching of the figure's paint scheme, and I'll show that for comparison there. There's the painted one, and the woodgrain one next to it. One thing that I wanted to try was putting some weapons. His little sphere just came off. No, nothing to fear there. Wanted to try some. He does have hands that look like they can hold weapons. In a link on my the review of the painted one, there's a online review that a website did that shows him holding a spear. So I tried getting out some of my swords for my hand ninjas, and they are very tight, but you can slide swords in there. So I wanted to show that. So if you've got some other martial arts weapons, you can get him to hold those, so I thought that was really cool. I was kind of hesitant to do it with my painted one just because I was afraid the paint would get chipped or scraped on the hands of the painted one. But I think that looks really cool, and the other hands he comes with are somewhat open like this, so you can't really get him to hold 4 swords, but I guess if you wanted to get creative, I guess you could put the weapon holding hands from your painted one, or if you had 2 of these, you could get him to hold like 4 swords or some size, or a spear or something. So that the opportunities are out there. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next figure. Alright, so next up in the haul is the loose Series 1 Iron Man. I was hesitant to crack open the one I still have in package, just because he goes. I got such a good deal on it that I wanted to see if I could get, and I wasn't really in love with the figure, so I snagged this loose one for pretty cheap. I think I got it for $10 shipped. So yeah, I'm glad I did, because it's an okay figure. It was pretty tight, but because of the articulation issues, I went ahead and tightened up the joints even more, so can get him in some pretty decent poses. And he does only have one major paint flaw on his nose. He's got a chip. Looks like Tony's been hitting the bottle a little bit too hard. He's got a red nose. He looks like Rudolph. A little too much eggnog there for the holidays, so I'll have to fix that. But other than that, he's in pretty good shape. His joints were pretty tight, except for the hips here, which is notorious for these older Toy Biz figures. But I just used some gel super glue, and he's nice and tight now. And I tightened, the ankles were already tight, but I tightened them even more so that I can get him in some really dynamic poses, because he's a really top heavy figure. And yeah, this and Magneto, I think this is the only two that I have that have this poor articulation. The Series 3 Thor suffers even worse because he's even more top heavy. So the combination of the ab and this horrible T-joint that they have just makes for a really poorly articulated figure, and I really don't understand why they did this. Oh, my Thing figure also has a similar configuration, which even looks more odd because his arms are twice as large, his shoulders are twice as large, so he's got these giant cavities in the back, and I just don't understand why they did this. It's so not necessary, especially when he's supposed to be in a metallic suit. So just for comparison, I also actually got a loose 2-pack Iron Man. I got him for $10 shipped from one of my Facebook friends, or a seller on Facebook, and I much prefer this figure, although I probably will keep this one with my classic Avengers setup, just because in the early comics he did look a little bit more bulky, but this is a much better representation of the character. But the only complaint I have on this one is that he doesn't have ankle rockers, and he didn't come with any extra parts. He didn't come with the extra hands or the Tony Stark head, but I already have that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with these, and now I can hopefully make a couple dollars off of the one I still have on package. I'll resell them. Alright, moving on. Alright, so this week I have the Shield Agent / Dum Dum Dugan, and actually comes in a 2-pack with a white hand ninja, which I don't collect. I have now I'm going to have 8 hand ninjas, and there of course is the Shield Agent head that he comes with. And so my friend Darais, I'll have a link down below on YouTube. I believe he's Darais P. He is entering the ACBA World Tournament, and needed some hand ninjas and just army builder figures, so I sold him that white hand ninja, and all I wanted was the Dum Dum Dugan, and all it is just a shield agent with the Dum Dum Dugan head, but man, it is really hard to find the Dum Dum Dugan, and he's not cheap, so I just went ahead and I got him in it was actually a lot of two packs, and yeah, so pretty much got complete set of agents now. Okay, so that's everything for this week. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and you will click like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.